thank you very much for being here again. I hope you're happy to be here because I'm very happy to spend some time with you. I hope you're doing great, man. You know, here we share some of the good things, goodies for everybody. We're going to talk today about things that your father should have told you. I know a lot of people don't have fathers. It's not necessarily their fault. Some of them lost their parents very young. Some of them just never had an opportunity to really be next to dad. And I know it can be very painful. And you know, everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs a father, especially men. You need a father to give you direction to life. You need a father to direct you, to help you grow, to see life the way it is. And you know what? Many times, even some of us who have fathers, who have had fathers, never really heard some of the things that our dad should have told us, because they probably tried to protect us out of love, trying to protect us from the world. But it's not necessarily a good thing. So your father should have told you that life is shit. That's number one. I know it sounds really bad. Life is shit. Life really is shit. If you don't know it, then you got it. You know it now. I know some of you think, life is good. What are you talking about? Life is good for you. If you've never had your leg chopped, amputated, you're not blind, you've never slept hungry, you've never had an incurable disease, you don't understand what it is. So you can't go to those people who've had their daughters raped, their children taken away from them, tell them life is great, because it's not. The reality of life is different. Life is not great. Life is shit. You need to know it. Now you got it. Life is shit, and you got to be stronger. You've got to be strong. People will try to use you. That's how it is. If you're a lady, just understand one thing. Most men just trying to use you. Once you reach 20 years old, they don't give a shit about you. It's not about how cute you were. They forget about how cute you were a while back when you were 16, 17. At 20 years old, everybody's looking at you in a certain way. Even the friends of your uncles, they're looking at you in a sexual way. 95% of them. And I'm telling you the truth. Because men do these things. When you're 20, you're a girl. You're not a girl anymore. You're sort of a woman now. So they're looking at you even when they don't want it. Even when they're not thinking about it. That's the reality of it. That's why you see so many situations in Africa where you're a lady, you've got qualification, you just want to get yourself a life. You're trying to get hired somewhere. And you feel like things are blocking. You've got everything they need, but it just doesn't work. They're not just not giving you the job. Like they're giving you all these sermons, all these talks, all this stuff, but you don't understand what's going on. Some of you have experienced it. They're trying to get into your pants, openly or not. That's the reality of life. Life is shit. People don't give a shit about you. They don't care about you. Even people that meet you, that say they want to be with you, they're in love with you, they don't necessarily mean it. They're not necessarily in love with you. Some of them just want to use you as a woman. So be very careful. Look at it the way it is. Stop pretending, acting like, maybe. There's no maybe right there. Okay? So you're going to encounter a lot of people who don't love you. A lot of people trying to actually make you fold on trying to help you move forward with life. And if you're a man, it's even harder because nobody gives you nothing for nothing. You got to be providing something to get something. If you notice that wherever you go somewhere new, the first thing people trying to know is, what does he do for a living? What does he do for a living? What does that mean? People want to know what you do for a living, not because they care. They want to know what you do for a living so they can set a level of respect they can give you. Yeah, they need to adjust the level of respect they can give you based on what you do in living. So if you do a job that brings a lot of money, then you get the respect. If you don't bring anything major, nobody cares about you. That's how life is. So stay firm. Be strong. The world owes you nothing. Nobody's going to laugh at you. Nobody's going to try to help you out for nothing. Most of the people will try to help you for something. If you notice, even when you go to the street, you say, please, I'm looking for such and such a place. Oh, I can take you there. Once they take you there, what do they expect from you? Money. It's not for nothing. Your father should have told you not to run after people because people don't care about you, especially when they have nothing to offer you. Nothing financial or commercial, nothing productive to give you. Don't run after people. Okay, give yourself some value. I understand sometimes we need to run after people, especially when they're giving us a job, when they're opening a very important door to our life. Maybe they're bringing us some good opportunities. I understand. Don't get me wrong. There are some people you need to run after in a very specific moment of your life. But you cannot live your whole life running after people. I don't care who they are. Okay, if you are perhaps aspirant politician, you're looking to become a politician, you need to be beyond a politician for a moment to learn from experience. Whether you're a lawyer or carpenter or engineer, you need to run after somebody for a while to acquire the knowledge. But it takes time. When you reach that time, you don't have to run after anybody. You don't run after people forever. Okay, I understand many people have made life out of praising people, especially in Africa. Yeah, oh, boss, chief, oh, my man, oh, Igwe, especially in that side of the world. I understand that. It helps when you're in the difficulties. But you cannot live your whole life running after people. You can't do that. You got to stand your own ground. You got to grind. You got to find your own ways. You need to go to war. You need to build yourself a character. You need to build something about yourself. You can't be somebody's puppy for the rest of your life. No real man does that. So learn to suffer. Your father should have told you need to learn to suffer. And what is learning to suffer? It's not protecting you anymore from the reality of the world. Sometimes you need to leave your hometown to go to the next town to acquire knowledge. When there's nobody to help you, nobody to look after you, nobody to bring you help. Don't be afraid to go to the next city. Go live there for a while. There's no auntie, no father, no mother. That's how you build characters. I remember I was about 19, 20 years old when I left my country, went to a foreign country all by myself. I didn't know anybody. Yes, I knew somebody. But when I got there, he clearly abandoned me. He was like, okay, I'm going to send you to, you know what I mean? What happened? I ended up meeting other people. That's made life easy for me. They took me with them under their wing for a while. Taught me how it works. This is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. I learned how to do some of the jobs, some of the craziest jobs you can imagine. I worked as a car guard. I've said it before. But I built character. Look at me today. I don't care. Nothing scares me anymore. Nothing. You can take me today and throw me in the backside of the village. I will rebuild myself because I know the process. It's not always about the destination in life. It's not always about becoming an engineer. It's not always about becoming wealthy and successful. It's about the process. Learning how to grind, to work on yourself, to build yourself up, to become the person you are today. And I don't care what you do to me today. You can take me to Ethiopia as long as I'm not dead, right? In a village, uphill, I will find a way to rebuild myself. So embrace suffering, embrace pain, learn how to deal with pain. With boxers, the more you take punches, not on your head, the more you take punches on the body, you condition your mind, you condition your body. You ask everybody that has made it in life, has done something relevant, something successful. All of them have been mocked. You need to condition yourself to this world. The world is not a nice place. Not necessarily. It's great when you have a lot of money, when you live in a big town, when your family is privileged, when you have a big car, you have situations. Not for other people. Unless you've tasted the world in the lanes of other people, in the tongue of other people, you don't understand the other side of the world. Your father should have told you, stop listening to people stopping you. They're not living your life. It's your life, your story, your destiny. Go where it scares you. I understand. I'm not saying be reckless. Don't listen to anybody. I'm just saying sometimes it burns in your heart and you understand this is exactly what I need to do for me to move forward in life. Don't listen to anybody. Listen to people who have done it before and they have succeeded. Those are the people you need to listen to. For those who have done it and tried and failed, listen to how they failed. And that's what you got to avoid. Don't listen to them. Do your own things. However, be ready to accept the result. Own the result. If you fail, then you say it was my fault. Don't say it's anybody's fault. So grow balls, grow character. Don't listen to anybody. Go back to school. Do a course. Do something positive for your own life. Look, people will try to pin you down, bring you down when you're trying to do something positive. If you notice when you're doing negative things, nobody really cares. When you're doing negative things, you're drinking, you no party, nobody really cares. They only care once you got a project that's interesting, that's scary. You got an idea that you need to present to some companies, then that's interesting. Then they go like, are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you don't need help from other people? No, you don't. Maybe you do, but speak to the right people. Your father should have told you, number 4, that money resolves a lot of issues in life. We all need money in this capitalistic society. We need money to live, money to eat, money to survive, money to move, money to travel, money to be healthy. But don't run for money for the rest of your life. Money is a good thing. It resolves a lot of things. But don't make money your objectives of life, the goal, supreme goal of your life. Because if you make money the supreme goal of your life, let me tell you something. You will never stop running after money. Even the wealthiest people in the world, they never stop running for. They're still running after money today. You become a slave. So set yourself some goals, some realistic goals. Sometimes you got to go crazy. But by going crazy, just like they say, you shoot for the star, you might land in the moon. That's what I'm saying. Shoot for the star, but set yourself some realistic goals. You need money just as much as you need things. That's the reality. If you need a lot of things, you will need a lot of money. If you need a very high class kind of life, popping champagne, moving it, grooving it in the nightclubs and showing off, then you're going to need a lot of money. But you don't need a lot of money to love your family. You don't need a lot of money to be a father to your child. You don't need a lot of money to take care of your parents. You don't. Just remember, many people, while they left their countries, left their cities, going out there looking for money, they left their parents die without telling them the last word, last wisdom they could have given to them. Many people, while running after money, miss the most important time of the life of their children. And that is very sad. And maybe they never had the money they went running after. That's even more tragic. Running away from your family, looking for money forever, and not getting it while you miss the most important time, event in your life that could have brought you in the next level. Something that nothing can really replace. Your father should have told you, your dad should have told you, life is not amazing. I know many of us don't have that. I'm just very glad that I could possibly bring you something constructive today. Thank you very much, fellas. My name is Zack Mwekassa, the Black Warrior.